Hello, everybody, and welcome to week 4 of Rev Up Your Recruiting. This week, we're going to be focusing on inviting. Now, informing is not the same as inviting. Informing someone that you're getting married is not the same as inviting them to the wedding, right? Well, the same is true with the business opportunity. And this week, we're going to be focusing on all the different ways that we can invite our guests to learn more about the business. And today, in particular, we're going to be talking about ways we can do that before the party even begins. It's true, we can be inviting guests before the party begins. So first, let's say it's an in-home party. Well, when I'm talking to the host and getting a final head count and talking about who to invite and things like that, I'll say to the host, by the way, do you know anybody who's looking for additional income? The reason why I'm asking is because at the party, everybody's going to hear about how they get free and discounted products by hosting. They're also going to learn a little bit about the business, and you could be a huge angel in someone's life by inviting them to come and learn about the business opportunity. Because this is a great side gig. It's also a great bridge. If someone wants to just do it short term until they find that dream job, they can do that. And I'll say to the host, if she does have someone who's in, that she thinks falls into that category, you know what you can do is invite them to come a few minutes early so they can kind of see behind the scenes what it is I do, and I can answer any specific questions that they have. Now, if it's a virtual party, same thing. If you're talking to the host about the business and she says, no, thank you, you can say, so I'm curious, do you know anybody who could be looking for additional income? People who spend a lot of time on Facebook, or people who have children and they're looking for a way to make additional income that doesn't require daycare. And again, you could say the reason why I'm asking is I'd love to send them some information, and then they can take a look at what happens at your party and see if it's something that they might want to consider further. So that's one way you can be inviting people before the party. Another way is by focusing on the outside orders. So we get an email alert every time an outside order is placed on a party. So if it's an in-home party and I get that outside order, I can call that person and say, hey, thank you so much for your order. I wanted to review it with you before I finalize it. Can you give me a quick call when you have a chance? And they call me back. I review their order with them. If they're close to getting a free product, if they spend $6 more, I'll say to them, hey, do you want to order some other little small thing to bump you up to that level so you get a free whatever? And then I'll say, well, and the other thing is, while I have you on the phone, would you like to hear about some upcoming specials that Pampered Chef is offering? If they say yes, then the first thing I let them know about is any kind of sign-on bonus that we might be having. And then I'll say to them, is that something you'd like to learn more about? So notice I'm not asking, do you want to become a consultant? Okay, I'm asking if they're curious and they want to learn more. Okay, so that's the way you can invite those outside orders at an in-home party. If it's a virtual party, well, same sort of thing goes. You can message them through Facebook Messenger. Thank you so much for placing an early bird order. You got a lot of great products. Again, if they're close to a free item, see if they want to add something on. Otherwise, thank you for your enthusiasm in placing an early order. And by the way, would you like to hear about some bonuses we've got coming up? And open up that conversation, because obviously if they're excited enough to place an early bird order, they might just be interested in learning more about the business. And when we ask early, the person has the opportunity to kind of watch how the party goes. So they're going to watch with a different set of eyes than they might if they weren't considering the business at all and you hadn't asked them. They might all of a sudden now be watching with a little more discernment. And it's going to increase the odds that they might be a recruit lead by the end of the party, if not at the beginning. So there you go. That's 2 ways to personally invite before the party begins. And come back tomorrow and we'll talk more about other ways to invite. See you then.